This is a Saberforge ASP lightsaber hilt. Since it's ASP, that means it's a custom combination of pieces. So ASP means adaptive saber parts, and it means you can kind of mix and match different pommel, body, switch, and emitter sections. And so this is kind of what we ended up with here. And also, since it's this custom piece, I'm actually going to give it a name because I prefer when a lightsaber has a name. So we're going to call it Noble Warrior. Now, certainly this hilt has kind of a Kanan Jarrus feel to it because of this emitter section. So the emitter section of the hilt is really kind of the standout piece in the hilt, I think. So this is the Rebel emitter, and Saberforge used to make a lightsaber hilt called Rebel, and it was a Kanan Jarrus style lightsaber. They don't make that anymore, but anyway, this hilt does use the emitter from that, so that's pretty cool. It's got that kind of nice slanted shroud to it, and then the Suba here as well, so that's pretty neat. Now below that we have this switch section, and this is the Sorcerer Switch section, so that's pretty cool. It's got some nice kind of vertical lines to it. These are kind of like the Death Star kind of quarter, Death Star quarter pattern a little bit there, along with some vertical lines here that contrast kind of these horizontal lines above it. We also have some of these circles here. This reminds me a little bit of the Graflix lightsaber, which has kind of some circles in the design like that. Now moving down, this is a pretty basic kind of body section. So I think it's the Exile body. Looks pretty close to that. It's pretty, uniform. It just has this series of grooves throughout that are evenly spaced, somewhat shallow grooves. But it's got that kind of nice black look to it. And that sets a good contrast to a lot of the rest of the hilt. So you have this very bold black section to the hilt, and then a lot of the rest of the hilt is mostly metallic with a few kind of black elements as well. We do have that cover tech wheel, which is always nice. And then finally this pommel. So this is a number 10 pommel. It's got these little kind of like divots to it, which are kind of neat. They're almost triangular in shape. So yeah, this has just kind of been a look at this lightsaber that I'm calling the Noble Warrior, but it's an ASP lightsaber by Saberforge, so it's this kind of mix and match combination of different Saberforge ASP components. So here it is.